What's up, everybody? So we're doing a camshaft swap and a top end rebuild on the 350 and the 77 square body. My brothers are here, and they actually got here before I got off work, so late to the party. This is where we're at so far. We got Bo from Portland, and we got my brother Corey, and we're gonna nerd out on this top end rebuild. So this video is sponsored by me and Super Clean. But what we got over here is some parts from Summit. Camshaft, full gasket kit, new valve springs, and the lifters are already soaking in oil. But we're gonna pull this top end apart and get this going.
Make sure this isn't a mat coat before I break it. Tile hammer. It's loose. It's loose now. Shove that down in here, Dwayne. There you go. And slide it over to that side. Okay. All right.
Where's your gloves at?
He doesn't wear it. In the container.
Good place for it, huh?
That's Velcro. It's been rebuilt before.
It's also been gasket matched. Very poorly, but it was done. See how big the holes are?
Mm-hmm.
So that line back there, is that for the oil pressure?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty clean in there. The guy said his dad had rebuilt it, but I'm thinking it was the late 90s because when I replaced the cap and rotor, he wrote the date on it and it was 2002.
Brandon, get some rags. Start shoving them down in the oil.
Well, as we're tearing into this, we realized that it was a backyard rebuild at some point because the threads are shot for the rocker arm studs, and
There's a hole.
there's a hole where there's not supposed to be a hole. So these heads are going to have to come off, and we're either going to have to get a new set or take these to the machine shop. But this project's dead in the water for now.
Hey everybody. Oh, am I supposed to keep talking? Hold on. Hey everyone, Morgan with Midnight Customs here. We are out at breakfast with the whole family, and then he's gonna have to do a round just to go ahead, and we're gonna end up doing a little bit of tech work today. We are, just kind of hanging out. It's kind of fun family weekend.
We have to get parts.
So we made it for breakfast first.
Can't buy parts on an empty stomach.
No, never.
Alright, so we're pulling the head off because this one's got problems. Get this off and see what it looks like on the other side. But we're going to have to get a new valve and definitely at least one new rocker arm. Gently, gently. There it is. All right, guys, so this camshaft swap project turned out to be way more involved than we had anticipated, and it turns out that we had some head problems. The rocker arm studs, a few of them were cross-threaded and stripped, not by our doing, and then we had a valve stem work its way through the rocker arm. So we actually were in a scramble to find parts, and then we ended up actually finding another set of heads that were redone. So we're waiting on those to show up, but we're going to get this camshaft lubed up and slid back in there and start getting her back together. This project has taken a turn and it's lengthening it quite a bit, so we're going to be working through the night trying to get as much of this done as possible. The boys got to take off tomorrow, so we're going to try and get as much done as possible, and then we're going to have to wrap this up after they take off, most likely, just the sheer amount of work. So we'll keep you posted on this video. Keep watching here. So far, this is where we're at, and I will show you the old heads and rocker arms. That way you guys can see the damage that was in there. But we do have some good flat top pistons down in there. Let me turn a light on. They actually look pretty good. The cylinder walls look good. The valley looks good. So everything else looks good. And we didn't break a single exhaust bolt. So you just got to take her easy, use heat and penetrating oil, loosen it, tighten it, loosen it, tighten it, spray it with some more penetrating oil, whatever your flavor is, but just take your time. So get going on this. We're going to get this cam lubed up with some assembly lube, and then get that slid in and get the timing marks lined up on it with the crank gear, and we're going to go from there, folks. Well, this is where we made it so far. This has been an actual nightmare, to be honest. This motor was in way worse condition than anyone would have guessed. But new heads, upgraded roller rocker arms, new springs, valve seals, and that's where we're at.